Welcome back. Today we have an extra special treat for everybody. My guest today is a true healer. She has gone through the fire and she has helped thousands of people with this specific treatment that we're going to be talking about today. She is the owner, founder, creator of Foxfire Healing. She is a Kambo practitioner. She is the matriarch of the Hive. She is a friend, a mom, an incredible person. So excited to have her today, my guest, Emily Boucher-Pouliot.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and for allowing us to come to your space and to do it, which is amazing because we haven't, we've done some shorts in, different places, but we haven't done a full podcast. So I'm excited about it. So thank you for having us here.
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready.
You ready? Okay. Well, I know you have some stuff to share with us before we get started here.
Yeah. So I thought it would be a good thing to start off with. I had a ping to reach out to my Kambo teacher. I have several, but my main teacher, and ask him if he could share one thing with like the general public about Kambo, what that would be. And his answer was not what I expected it to be, and it was so perfect and spot on, and I thought it would be a good place to start because it's about the information that you hear about Kambo and misinformation and where beliefs and things come from and how misinformation gets put out there, which we talked about a little bit before. It's like if you search Kambo on Google, you're probably going to see some pretty negative things. So I thought I could start with that if I can read the message from him and then just kind of give a disclaimer.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's a great way to start us off here.
So he said, the first thing that's popping to mind is the importance of understanding the main categories of where all of the information about Kambo comes from. I assume I'm saying that because I often see people talking about Kambo without fully understanding where the information comes from, and that's why it's often misleading, and that's why we have so much misinformation. It's actually very simple. We can break down all of the knowledge into 3 groups: tradition, science, and belief. If people would be clear on that, then there wouldn't be a misinformation. Apart from that, people sometimes simply make stuff up about Kambo and try to present it as fact. So there's also those that use science or scientific ideas, but then simply add their beliefs into it and still claim that that piece is scientific. Similarly, with traditional practices, there's also often built on cultural structures and beliefs rather than fact. So like, for example, one culture might drink water, one culture might not. Neither way is necessarily like right. And all of that's fine as long as we're honest about where that's coming from. The issue that I see is that people don't want to separate their knowledge into those groups and often mix it all together, call it scientific or call it traditional when it's not fully correct. In my opinion, that's the main reason why there's so much misinformation. So my advice to people who are new to Kambo would be to simply ask, is what you are saying about Kambo traditional, scientific, or is it your belief? We would have much more of an honest communication and then everybody would know the truth. So part of why I wanted to mention that is because I will refer to Kambo as a medicine, and I've been told that I shouldn't do that. I am not a medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice. That's my disclaimer. I do personally believe that Kambo is a medicine, so I'll refer to it as such. And then a lot of the information that you'll hear in this podcast will be belief. Some of it will be scientific and some of it will be traditionally based. So
cool.
It's a blend.
A blend of, yeah. And then that's what your teacher was saying, is that it's important to recognize where that information is coming from and just to kind of state it. And yeah, I think that's a good, what a good way to like separate, tradition. This is what the tradition is. This is what we've done forever.
Yeah.
This is what the belief is based on that tradition, or what I've come up with on my own based on my experience. And then this is the hard science data that we can prove with stuff that we've been able to study and That's like some of the peptide stuff that's, that's in the frog. And cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, I am excited because today we're not only going to be talking about Kambo, but I'm going Kambo. I always think in my head that I'm saying it wrong.
No, a lot of people say Kambo. That is wrong.
Kambo.
That is not how you say it. We go by how the tribes that talk about it say it.
Kambo.
Yeah,
Kambo.
They actually say Kambo with like an emphasis on the bow.
Kambo.
Yeah.
Kambo.
Yeah.
Huh? That's how Dr. BeeWell says it going forward. Kambo. So yeah, like the Kambo, I'm going to be doing it today. So you guys are going to get to see that live, and Emily and I are going to chat about it beforehand, and we're going to get into it. And I'm fired up. I'm fired up about it.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, we have been talking about it for a long time, and I wonder, if some of that was my hesitancy towards not, doing a hard experience or just not being in the right place for it.
Yeah.
Or maybe, or was it just the logisticals of, getting you on the podcast?
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I think we started talking about it when I was pregnant. So this is like over 2 years in the making.
Yeah.
And part of it was the timing then because I had a new baby, but
That's exactly what it was, right? But then maybe too, maybe a little bit of me was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm kind of nervous about it. But no, we're diving in. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
So what is Kambo?
So Kambo is the name given to the Philomedusa bicolor. It's an Amazonian tree frog. It's also the secretion that it produces that is used in a ceremony as a purgative and a cleanser. So it's kind of like a 3-part. That is also my teacher's definition.
Okay.
It's the frog, it's the medicine of the frog, and it's the ceremony where you take the medicine from the frog.
Okay. And where what is the tradition from? Where does it come from?
Yeah. So they're in the Amazon basin. They are mainly in Peru and Brazil, traditionally used by different tribes in different regions. So this is where part of like the tradition can differ another tradition. There's like the Yawanawa, the Katukina, the Matses. So the Matses, one of my teachers, Robinson, is a Matses man. So he is an indigenous Peruvian man who learned from his grandfather. So those are the main tribes that are known to have worked with it. But I also have heard of people in Colombia working with Kambo.
Is there, as the person who's in the tribe, the Kambo practitioner, is that like what they do, and that's their one job, and that's who they are in the tribe, or is it something that like is additional that they do on top of something else?
So I can only speak for the Matses because I learned from Robinson. He's Matses. His grandfather was like the Kambo man in their community, and it would be like the elder would serve everybody. So it's like a village, it's a kind of community where the men have like 9 wives and they have like 30 kids. So it's like one of those big tribal villages, but there's like one elder that'll serve everybody Kambo.
Okay.
And it's less of a ceremony, actually. That's kind of a westernized thing. The Yawanawa do hold it very sacredly and have ceremony, but like the Matses are a little bit more wild. So it's not so much of a ceremony. It's like everybody come up to the grandfather who has the medicine and then they go in the bushes.
Okay.
It doesn't look anything like this.
Right. Doesn't have all the, the beautiful stuff set up, and we're sitting and like having what's the intention around it. It's like, hey, we're using this for a purpose, and we're going to, do this as efficiently as possible.
Yeah. It's like their vaccine. They call it the vaccine of the jungle.
Ooh, okay. The vaccine of the jungle. Okay, cool. So what do, so that's kind of like what the one person's job is in the tribe, and they what's the process of that you go through? I know that you just went down to Peru, which is really cool because I think, a lot of people who are, are doing this, some have just would learn here, and like you've been to, Peru a few times and, learn down there. And I think that it makes me feel safer as somebody who's going to do it. If it's the first time ever is going to do it with somebody, it makes me feel a lot safer that you went down there to learn, that you have experience down there. Yeah. I would love to hear what your experience was, when you went down.
Yeah. So Like for my training or this recent time?
How about maybe a little bit of the training and then tell us about the most recent time?
Okay, so I think, and some people might have their feelings hurt, I think that there's no other way to start working with Kambo than to apprentice for years and then go to the jungle. Like, I'm not about these 3 or 7 day trainings that happen in the United States, because you need to be in the environment. And I also think that a big part of working with medicine is meeting the frog and having an exchange with the actual frog. Like, a big part of it for me was asking permission directly to the frog. Like, not asking anybody else, but it's the frog and I's relationship.
Yeah, because the frog goes through stress.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's a spirit. So it's like, I say often that I'm like a taxi driver for the Kambo spirit to come to come here from the Amazon. So like, I'm not healing you today in Kambo ceremony. It's you and Kambo doing that. I'm just holding space so that can happen.
Yes. Okay. I like that. I like that. I think that's a good, to take away any type of like, abuse of power that could take place within some of these relationships.
Yeah.
With any type of relationship where you're helping somebody feel better in their body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is one thing that I thought about, because the frog does experience stress when you're getting the secretions from it, right? Because it's its own defense mechanism. And so like some people would say like, oh, are you like, that's kind of like you're putting something bad into your body because this is a very, this thing was stressed out, and then you're putting that. And I maybe that's just because I'm going to do it today and I needed to flip the mindset in my own head. But the way that I'm looking at it is that any type of growth that I've ever gone through, or any type of rite of passage I've had in my life, it's because I've been very, very uncomfortable. Been very uncomfortable, and I had to go through something that's very, very hard, and it didn't make me feel very good. It was really scared. I had a lot of anxiety, but afterwards I was, I grew from it. And so maybe that's what's happening with the frogs too.
Yeah. And then there's a traditional piece there. So like, based on what tradition you're working with, I know some of the people in the jungle, like my teacher, he's Matses, he does what he calls crucifying the frog, which is when they're tied up, and it does stress them. It doesn't hurt them if it's done correctly. But there are some traditions that don't tie the frog up at all, and they just hold them and get it. So there's a completely different approach too. And when I sat with the frog in the jungle the first time, a lot of people had brought that to me, like, there's stress in the medicine because you're stressing the frog. And I would have like people who are very much veganly minded coming and asking like, well, how do you get it and how do you not hurt them? And I think that there's this exchange there that like the Kambo frog would gladly go through 10 minutes of uncomfortability to save the human race, because we're like the biggest issue on this planet. So if they can be a helping hand to help us heal and ground and come back to the earth, that they would go through that.
Yeah, they say bring it again and again, right? This species is here.
Yeah. That's
here, and like, like maybe they would be around if we weren't here in the future, but maybe not. So that's what they're thinking of. They're not going to take that chance because they're here now and we're here now. So that's cool.
And it's so interesting because like the peptides fit like a lock and key into the human body.
Right.
So it's like God made that, for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask about the peptides, and I want to get into all like the science about it and what you know about it. And I'm super interested in that.
Yeah.
But I do, since like we're talking about how they do it there and then we're doing it differently here. It's just like people talk about this a lot. And to be honest, I don't know where I land on this, and it's because I haven't spent time, with as many I have spent time with indigenous people, and I have spent people who are, been medicine carriers and bring medicines to tribe, and I've talked with them, and but the appropriation, like the appropriation, and how do we make sure that like we're respecting it, and that we're, there's reciprocity that's going back towards the tribes, and because me, I think it's okay to grow things, and to, as long as you're honoring it, like you talk about the Matse and you talk about Robinson, and you talk about where it comes from, and you share your experience with it.
Yeah. And
I think it's okay as long as the person that you're engaging with knows as well that like you are bringing some of your own little belief and your own tradition into it. And so I'm curious about that, because it's a thing that people always talk about with plant medicine is like, oh, you're just stealing from the indigenous tribes, and you're just a white person, and you're, it's like, well, let's figure out how we can all use it and use it safely and, heal together.
So I talked to an elder in Peru about this exact thing, and he had the same point almost as what I just said about the frog. It's like, so he spoke for people of Peru, like the Shipibo people specifically. They would rather we heal with this medicine than not use it. Like, they're glad that this medicine is reaching the West because they think we need it.
So it's like somebody in the West came up with that saying about that's what I'm in my head. That's what I think. Exactly. Some spiritual person out there in the West was like, stop appropriating it's like, you want to know what? I'm sure that as long as we're not going there and we're, taking from these people and we're making their lives harder, but no, we're bringing this beautiful medicine, and now people want to travel down to where they live, and they want to come and have these experiences, and that can be good and bad too, when you're bringing people into your village and into your space and stuff. And so I'm sure some people are nefarious, but like most like, I feel like most cultures, they want to share culture with other people, and they want, especially when it's something as profound as a medicine that can heal you.
Right.
Yeah.
So this kind of goes with why I just went to the jungle. I am very particular about the medicine I use. It's like people offered me. So I had a shipment of medicine that was taken, and I was almost out of medicine, and I'm treating people with Lyme, and I have people coming for microdoses who just got bit by a tick, and I'm like, I can't run out of medicine right now. So people kindly offer me their sticks, and I'm like, I just don't feel right taking medicine. I don't know who took that from what frog and what their relationship is. So I wasn't trying to be like particular or like, not take help, but it's like, I need to know that to be able to work with it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool perspective to have.
Yeah.
It means that you're like deeply, that you actually wanted to take this trip. Now, how much were you able to get?
This time I was able to get 10 sticks for myself, which was replacing the 10 sticks that I got taken in the mail. And then I also brought home more than 10 sticks for other people. I think I had like 27 sticks or something. So I had a couple other people's medicine that work with my teacher, and then like 3 of my friends who work with Kambo sticks as well.
Okay. And now, what is a stick? How many doses is in a stick?
A stick, you can typically, so they make different size sticks.
Can you just explain to me?
Yeah.
The whole thing, like why is it called a stick? Why is it, is that because it's look, are we putting the secretion on the stick?
So typically this is a Kambo stick.
Okay.
Typically this shape, it's just a piece of wood that they've carved and flattened, and they use another stick to scrape the medicine off of the frog, and then they wipe it and it dries on here.
Okay.
I rehydrate it. So you can tell I've used half of this stick. This is still the secretion.
Okay, so it's full. It's a full. They put secretion on the full stick.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, and now, were you from that one frog? You were able to get 27 sticks of secretion?
No. So from one frog, my teacher. So the way to ethically and sustainably harvest is to get like a half a stick to a full stick from one frog.
Okay.
You want to leave them enough secretion so they can still defend themselves.
Yeah, okay.
This is where it gets tricky. Some people are over harvesting and selling sticks on Etsy from frogs that are hurt, and
Yeah, right.
It's like there's a right way to do it.
Yeah.
But typically, so some people do double-sided sticks, some sticks are bigger. Mine are usually this size, and I would say I could get like 20 to 30 sessions off of a stick.
Okay, 20 to 30 sessions, and yes, it's such a cool. It's interesting to me as like a pharmacist, as somebody who we like.
Yeah.
The way that we do dosing is like it has to be so specific.
Yeah.
But like you, where it's intuitive, where it's like it is still very specific because you know it, but it's only specific because you know how to work with the medicine. You know how to work with that specific stick from your teacher, and
right. And every stick is a bit different. So the peptides vary greatly between frogs based on their diet, their sex, if it's rain or dry season. Like all of these factors impact the level of the peptides.
Okay.
So every stick's a little bit different. I really also like to sit with sticks before I serve them. So like I know what this frog feels like.
Yep.
That was hard for me when I was pregnant because I had to serve sticks that I hadn't sat with.
Because you can't do it. Is it contraindicated in pregnancy?
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
I know people that have sat unknowingly and had healthy babies.
Yeah.
It's traditionally used as an abortive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In some places.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it was like it's a thing that now in the traditional cultures, are men doing it more than women because of that reason?
Yeah. So the main use in the Matses tradition specifically is the hunter medicine. So this is to enhance all the senses and make the men better hunters.
Okay.
And then they also use it as like an immune defense and an anti-parasite.
Okay. Is that all they're using it for now? Like, are women using it?
Women do. So women traditionally do use it, but not like on the regular like men in a Matses community.
Okay.
Because they're not the hunters typically.
What does Robinson think of you coming down here? Because I said, you want to know what? The only people who I know, I don't know very many Kambo practitioners. I actually don't know any besides you. I mean, I'm sure because I know people that and they do it, and I just don't know that they do it maybe. But most of the ones I've heard, it's a lot of women who are doing it. I don't know if I know a man who does it. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Robinson said that I was a badass for coming and bringing my baby because he took me on a machete hike through the jungle to find this frog this past time.
Yeah.
In July.
And now, so like you went down there, you met that frog, but did you meet all the frogs? Like, because you're getting more secretion from more than just that frog?
No, I didn't meet all of the frogs, but I was on the land where Robinson harvested.
Yes, and that's the connection bit, exactly.
Yeah, so, and it's like, he harvested all of them. I'm close with Robinson. I know his relationship with the frog. Mm-hmm. I know he's singing to them, he's talking to them, he's treating them with respect. Yeah. He's a little bit of a wild man, but he's treating them with respect.
Does he go out on these, is he doing this every night? Is he going out and harvesting every night?
I don't know about every night, but he's definitely going on the regular because he has a lot of students that need medicine.
Yeah.
And he's not one who's like selling them on Facebook or Etsy or anything like that. But I do know that he sells them.
I wish I came to Peru with you, dude. I want this trip. I want this so bad.
I dream about bringing people to come meet the frogs and my teacher.
Okay. Well, maybe throw that in and see if we can, manifest me into some of those dreams, because I'd like to do that in the future for sure.
Yeah.
We all know how important strength training is for long-term health, but it can be hard to know where to start. I was in the same spot a year ago. You want to make sure you're doing exercises right, avoiding injury, and getting results, but it's easy to feel lost without a plan. That's when I found On Target Fitness. At On Target, you get a custom strength program, personalized attention in a small group setting, and the nutrition coaching you need for real lasting change. In the year I've been working out there, I've gotten stronger, more mobile, and more confident. My form has improved, and even something as simple as walking feels better. The group energy keeps me motivated, and every workout is fun. On Target just opened a new location in Kingston. Now you've got even more options to experience their amazing approach. If you're ready for lasting change, head to www.ontargetfit.com and schedule your session today.
So it's cool that you talk about like how their energy secretion is different, and like peptides is probably the biggest breakthrough in medicine that we've seen, and that will be it will be very much so studied in the future, and it will bring a lot of different breakthroughs and different stuff, and we're just like scratching the surface on it. Yeah. And like from my understanding, Kambo is do it right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. It has many different peptides in it, mm-hmm. and we haven't been able to synthesize this in a lab yet. No. Because maybe if we had, we'd probably be doing it, right? Like people wouldn't care about going to get their sticks if they could get a synthetic version of it that was doing the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. So it's cool. It's cool that it's staying traditional, and that that we're not able to. It kind of like protects itself a little bit. It protects the tradition.
It does. So a really fun fact: Kambo frogs will not make their secretion if you take them out of their environment and put them in a tank. They'll stop making it.
It's so good.
So they're like, you can't get it if you're not going to keep me in my environment. And I've heard that they can isolate the peptides from a secretion. That specifically in the West, they've used one of the peptides to give to race horses so they don't feel pain. So they'll like run through again.
Yeah.
which is such a Western
Yeah, it's like
for.
right. Yeah, right.
But yeah, I haven't heard of patenting, and I'm sure that they would if they could, or synthesizing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you synthesize it and then you patent it, right? Yeah. And so, do you know about any of the peptides? Do you know it? Can you teach me a little bit?
Yeah, so I have, this is my trusty notebook. This is from my Kambo training.
Cool.
My Kambo training it is, I believe, to be the most in-depth Kambo training that's available. So 22 days in the deep jungle, you're sitting with Kambo every day, microdosing if you're not doing a heavy sit. But the way that it's set up is so special because it starts with theory. Like a week of learning how to do the burns and like some songs and stuff, but it's mostly all about Kambo.
And you don't sit.
You get served by Dayan, my teacher. Like you're not served by each other or yourself yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he'll serve you, and then you meet the frogs in that first week too, and Robinson will serve you right off of the frog.
Whoa.
But yeah, so the first thing that we started with was the peptides, and so there's 16 well-known bioactive peptides. I have them all written down. I don't have them all memorized by name, but I do know some of them.
If you had all 16 memorized by name, I would have I would have. That would be so incredible.
So up to 7% of the Kambo frog's weight is potently active peptides, and they're easily absorbed through our skin. Some of the peptides are bradykinins, tachykinins, cerulean. A lot of the peptides have gastrointestinal effects. One peptide stimulates bile production.
Okay.
Another causes like a histamine response.
All right.
So all of these peptides have a different function that kind of ties together to give the body a full cleanse.
Okay.
And that's just like the scientific piece, because then we have like the spiritual and energetic aspect of Kambo, where it's a full spectrum medicine. Like it's addressing energy in the body, emotions stored in the body, as well as all physical stuff.
That's what I've like heard from a lot of people, and I definitely think that I'm a big believer in how energy can be stuck and so like there's to move things through and to purge to get that result. I think that's why I'm here, because I think that there's definitely something to that. And then the scientific basis of it is great, like bradykinins and tachykinins. Those are probably that's a slowing of something and increasing of something. Brady and tachy.
Heart rate and blood pressure, and then increasing. And then there's something really interesting. There's 2 peptides that have opiate effects.
Oh, okay.
So they're huge pain relief, especially for people with like chronic pain. And it doesn't trigger like an addictive response, or it doesn't work the same way with the opiate receptors as say like a painkiller.
Right, like an oxycodone mu agonist receptor. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what because the peptide. It would be different, and like so I don't know what exact peptide you're talking about, but I think that
Dermorphin is one, and then deltrophin is another. It's 4,000 times stronger than morphine.
Yeah. Wow. I love how my pharmacy brain just like kicks in, because I can. Cool, right? It is cool because like it just like the way that things are said and named and stuff. You can just pull on little pieces of it, and I have understanding, and it's not something I tap into all the time as much anymore because I'm I have a different career. But it's like it's great to be able to still be able to do that.
Yeah.
So do people use it for pain? Like, what are, out of the thousands of people that you have, what's the most common thing that somebody has come to, for you for?
So I did a Lyme and autoimmune specialty training with Caitlin Thompson a couple years ago because of how huge that is in New England.
Yep.
So many people struggle with Lyme. I really wanted to help that. So I think that's my biggest, that's the thing I see the most of. Lyme or other autoimmune. And then next to that is usually just like a general cleanse.
Okay.
Or somebody who's struggling with anxiety or depression.
Who's Caitlin?
Caitlin Thompson. So I want to mention her. Shout out. She's awesome. She cured her Lyme with Kambo. She has a very scientific background. She actually has the only study published on Kambo in humans. And it's like, it covers everything. This article It's at the bottom of the Kambo page on my website. You can probably also find it on hers. She's Medicine Frog Kambo.
Okay.
She does Kambo trainings. She is a badass woman who really has woven together like her scientific background with her alternative medicine approach.
Cool.
So if you're ever curious about geeking out on the peptides, her article has all of them covered, like what they do, each specific one in the body.
Cool. Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes. We'll share it with people.
Yeah.
Caitlin Thompson.
Yeah.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah.
What is what am I going to get into today? Like, what is the process? Like, what is, what is sitting for Kambo? What is it?
Yeah. So
How does it work,
Kambo works in a you can anticipate how it's going to move for the most part. And then there's variability. I was taught to treat a person, not a symptom or a disease.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this present moment and your body and how it's responding. So there's two main ways to serve Kambo. One is called a flat dose, and that's if you burned 4 gates, holes in the skin, you put 4 on and just say, see you later, have a good time.
Okay.
I don't serve that way. I am not allowed to, or I would be taken off of my teacher's recommendation. There's a time and a place for it. It has its purpose. But I serve in what's called a build-up application, so I'm doing 1 dot at a time and watching your body's response, gauging how much medicine I'm going to use based off of like that first dot.
Oh, so it's going to be progressive?
A little bit, but I tell people, like sometimes I say that and then people think, oh, the second dot's going to be twice as strong as the first dot. It's not like that. The first dot is the biggest jump because you go from having no Kambo in your body to having Kambo. So when I put a second or third, it doesn't mean it's going to be 3 times the first.
I'm not going to be like, yo, like, no more.
Sometimes people do. But that's part of it. That's part of my job, is distinguishing, like honoring people in that, in their right to their body and their own knowing, and pushing up against any ego that might just be trying to resist.
Yeah, the resistance. Like, someone said to me that we hold resistance in our body, and like that's what we're doing. We're holding the resistance, and like this practice of Kambo is about to release the resistance, and see what happens from that.
People, like, I still get nervous to sit, and I think it's a healthy little bit of fear and anxiety that comes. Like, it's a nerve-wracking thing to sign up to be uncomfortable.
Right.
And people keep coming back to it because the benefits greatly outweigh the risk and the discomfort.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so like, do you always do it on the same, because you said like up here?
Yeah.
You're always doing it on the same, same spot for people?
No, so that is traditional placement, is the upper left arm. That's for men. They would typically do upper left arm or the chest.
Okay.
Women, traditional placement, and I'm talking about the Matses tribe and community, is lower ankle or on the belly or the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like closer to the womb.
Yeah.
It's just it's a nice placement because it's generally effective. I like to stay above the belt. You can put it on an ankle, but because that would take so much longer to get to your heart.
Right.
About conserving medicine. So where I would have to put like 5 dots on your ankle, I probably need 2 or 3 on your arm.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So unless there's a specific like injury or we're like treating something on the lower body, I try to stay above. But I typically do a lot of arms and a lot of backs and necks.
Okay.
That's what I see.
Yeah. People like, someone said to me like a different practitioner, like they listened to what the person needed and what they wanted, and they did it based on that.
Yeah. So my teacher explained a lot about placement, and there are a lot of practitioners who do like, what's it called? Like they'll do certain points, meridians on the body.
Yep.
And my teacher's argument against that is that it's not like acupuncture where you're not actually puncturing into that part of the body. It's on the surface. So it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't change the energy that much. And Kambo is so intelligent, your intention matters almost more than the placement. So if you have left shoulder pain but we're putting it on your right arm with the intention of healing that shoulder, it's going to go to that shoulder. Doesn't have to be directly on it.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna get into your blood and into your lymphatic system pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How fast?
Really fast. So like within a minute, you're gonna be feeling it.
Within a minute, I'll be booting. It'll all be coming up.
No,
Oh, okay.
not
Okay.
typically. So I'll put 1 dot on you. This is a nice way to stay grounded in your experience and not just get taken out by the medicine. Because if I put 4 on, it's like you're just in for the ride.
Yeah. Right.
But when I do 1 dot at a time, you can really kind of sink in with it
Okay.
and feel it come in slowly. It's like, feels like a warm hug. It's really sweet. So Kambo works in like, it peaks and it comes down. So I want to get the medicine on within 5 minutes or so, as much as I'm going to put on you, so that that peak is like this and not like a long and drawn out process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So within the first minute, you'll start to feel pressure and heat. Your heart rate might increase. The blood pressure is going up. That will last. That's probably the most intense part of it, is all of that like swelling and heart pounding kind of feelings. You might feel a little bit inflamed, and then you'll reach this peak, and then Kambo will start to come down. And when you come down is when you start to get the nausea, typically.
Oh, okay.
So that's when the purge happens.
But that's not the most intense. The most intense part of it is before. Like the nausea is not as intense.
No, I think the nausea is like a sweet relief. Like it's so, some people come to me with like, they like associate throwing up with being hungover or like a time they got sick. This kind of throw up is so much different.
Yeah. I love a good, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, I know the good throw ups. Yeah, when you got the flu and you just go suck down a thing of water. You know, you're not supposed to drink a ton of water. When you were a kid, like how many times did you were a kid and you had the flu and you weren't like supposed to take a ton of water because you were throwing it up all over the place? And like, that was kind of just what the boomer parents, what they thought, you know, was good. Like they didn't necessarily know about the Pedialyte or like rehydrating or anything like that. And like you were just booting everything up, so it didn't really matter. And then you get into the bathtub and you just drink the bathtub water and then just throw it up. That's what I would do. Because it's like I was so dehydrated and said the flu so bad. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to drink this warm, soapy water. Yeah. It's going to taste so good. And then 2 minutes later, I'm going to throw it right up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of relief.
And then you're like, and you do it because you're like, oh my God, I feel so good for 2 or 3 minutes, you know, before you have to go back to the flu.
Right. Yeah. So it's a whole different kind of throw up. And it's like, that first part is the uncomfortable part. It's like the liminal space when you're just sitting with all of the things that Kambo's doing to your body without the relief part yet.
Oh, okay. Because it's pain. It's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable 90% of the time. I've had a few enjoyable Kambo.
Oh, cool.
Where it was like showing me that it didn't always have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Don't think that's what we're in for today.
No?
Yeah. Think I'm getting juiced up. Oh man, no, it's so good. Yeah, like so what like in that, yeah, so it's like rapid detox through the body, right? So it's like, you know, we're gonna vomit.
Yeah, there's different ways of purging, like there's different releases happening in the body. There's everybody focuses on the vomiting purge, that's the most well known, but there's also shaking, crying, sweating, going to the bathroom and having bowel movement. And anything that comes out of you for like the next 24 to 48 hours is part of a purge because Kambo's still clearing. It's not just in this session that it's doing work.
Well, right. And like the intention of it too, right? Like I should, you know, opening myself up to an experience, into something here, I should be able to, I have to go into the next day and the next couple, you know, the next week and be soft with myself and figure out, you know, reground back into that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be an energy expenditure, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you're fasted too. So
Fasted.
you don't have a ton of energy stored up to be using. And it does take a lot from the body to go through.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Experience.
For sure. Now, like, what led you here? You know, like what, how did you become this person where you want, like, what's your experience with it?
I was an IV drug user for 4 years. I had hepatitis C. And I had extended friends who were working with plant medicines. Somebody told me that Kambo could help cure my Hep C. And so I was willing to try because I was at the end of my rope. I was depressed. I had tried the pharmaceutical treatment and it felt like what I imagined chemo to be like. It's like killing a disease in your bloodstream. So it's killing off all the good stuff too.
Yeah, right.
So I felt like crap. I was getting to a point where I didn't even really want to fight anymore. Like I was just miserable. And I sat with Kambo and it changed everything. I felt like it reignited my spark for life. Like I felt like I had like energy for the first time in years.
After your first time sitting with it?
Yeah, after my first time. And the purge felt so good. Like it was like stuff that had been in my core for lifetimes, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So getting that out, I just felt like I lost like 100 energetic pounds of sludge. And I felt clear. Like I felt like me again. And I knew that like it wasn't going to be just like a one time, my Hep C is cleared. I knew it was going to be hardcore because it took a long time to get rooted in my body and it was there for years. So I knew I was going to have to keep working with it. I was working with a really skilled practitioner. Shout out Key. She was one of the biggest blessings on my path in my life. She introduced me to Kambo. She took me under her wing. She suggested me to our teacher. She let me apprentice with her, and she also served me for months and helped me clear the Hep C. And I was seeing a liver specialist at the time. He was not wanting to know the details of what I was doing, but my levels of my Hep C were dropping. So he said, like, just keep doing what you're doing. And then it was undetectable.
And it's still undetectable?
It's still undetectable.
That's really cool. Yeah. It's like, so you tried the Solvati?
Yeah.
And the Gilead drug?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, that was pretty crazy when people came out and said we can cure Hep C with a pharmaceutical, and like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And then, but the fact that you can do it naturally and that you were able to, and do you, like, how often do you have to sit?
So I don't think I have to sit to maintain the undetectable level with the Hep C. I think I have seriously cleared it from my body.
Yeah.
I sit more for maintenance, and to keep a connection open with the frog and with the medicine that I'm serving.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, so that's how like your relationship with it has grown.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Where it's like you're not the healing that you're using for it is to help others heal and to stay connected to the practice that you're.
Yeah. People ask me all the time, like, how often should I sit? And obviously that changes for everybody. But baseline answer is like the air we breathe, the water we drink, the things that we ate when we were growing up. It's like we all really need a cleanse, you know? So I think even really healthy people that are taking really good care of themselves and eating organic, I recommend sitting a couple times a year just as like a maintenance. I know.
Could be getting into something here.
Yeah.
Could be starting something.
It's so powerful.
Yeah. I mean, I do like I said, I like the purge feeling. I understand the benefits of that. And to be honest, I'm like not that nervous.
No.
Let me introduce you to Elevate, a premium functional mushroom company focused on supporting your highest potential. They offer a range of powerful supplements crafted from the finest medicinal fungi designed to naturally enhance your well-being. Elevate carries everything from mushroom tinctures, capsules, and teas to their delicious mushroom-infused coffees. All of their products are made with USA-grown mushrooms and contain only wild medicinal mushrooms, no psychoactive compounds. I personally use their focus tincture every day and love their chai tea blend. It's my go-to for a calming yet energizing boost. Elevate's products support mental clarity, immunity, and overall vitality. They ship nationwide, so whether you're new to functional mushrooms or already a fan, Elevate has something for you. Check them out at shopelevatemushrooms.com, where you will find a detailed description of each product and experience the difference for yourself.
It is what it is, right? The only way is through. So it's like whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. Yeah. And it's like if I shit myself, I shit myself. Well, like sorry, you know.
And that's not the end of the world, you know.
Right? Of course not.
I've passed out. That's like the other thing people get scared of. I do have a background in the medical system.
Mm.
Like I was a nurse's aide for 12 years. I worked in the ICU. So I am trained in all of these
Yeah.
things that I feel safe taking care of somebody.
If they faint or
Yeah.
and does that happen a lot?
It does actually happen regularly. Not, I would say it's like 1 in every 20 sessions or so.
Yeah.
Well, and it's mainly because they stand up with an urgency to go to the bathroom.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with the medicine. It has to do with orthostatic hypotension.
Exactly, because the medicine's
Drops your
increasing
blood
and it
pressure as well.
drops it.
Yeah, right.
So if you stand up like, I don't want to poop my pants, I have to go right now.
Your blood pressure's already low, and you're gonna send it lower even quicker, and then you're gonna faint.
Yeah.
So,
More often, I have seen people pass out just from the medicine, but not as often as from standing up.
right. Yeah. Just tell them, hey, like I know you might have the urge to stand up.
I tell that's part of my pre-spiel.
Oh, it's good.
It's like, I can help you get there. My teacher told us to move like a sloth, like go dramatically slow.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
People have crawled to the bathroom.
Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. What you've obviously told us, like, shared like a ton of stories of like, that have, transformation and healing, and from your own, like, coming from somebody who is IV drug user, Hep C, like, to being healed. Were you still actively, like, when you found Kambo? Were you still?
I wasn't using. I had been clean, but I had been avoiding looking at the Hep C because I knew I had it and I didn't even want to get tested.
Yeah, of course, right? Like, it's like this thing. I just got better from this thing, and now I have to carry this around with me, and like it's so hard.
I was 3 years clean when I found Kambo, so I had it untreated for maybe 7 years.
Damn. Yeah, it's cool that because with like the Kambo, it's non-psychedelic. So everyone knows that, like, there's not going to be any psychedelic. This isn't ayahuasca. It's not mushrooms. It's not going to make me be like, oh, here, that benefit or that giddy up that comes with that doesn't exist here. It's all purgative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. No, that's different. That's a different type of, it's like what you would think of like a traditional vision quest type of practice would be go through something hard, and have it alter and have that alter your mind, opposed to giving you a molecule that can alter your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
So any other stories though? But that besides the healing yourself of like of IV drug use and healing yourself of the Hep C, and what other stories do you have? Helping people with Lyme. That's really cool.
Yeah, I've actually just recently, like within the past year, I had a girlfriend who was working to cure something that she had going on, and she also worked in the medical system, so she was able to have lab draws throughout her sitting. So she sat a couple times within like a 6-month span, and you could literally see on the labs that the levels of what she was trying to get rid of were going down, and then she tested clear. So it's just like, it's so neat to see stuff like that in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And Kambo, I tell people it's like a dance, so you can't expect it to do everything for you. You got to kind of lean into it a bit. But like with some things, like say somebody with Lyme, if they're not willing to also shift their diet to be anti-inflammatory and take care of themselves in other ways, it might not take care of the Lyme for them. Like, it's not 100% the treatment. You got to do other stuff too.
Well, yeah, it's like, like with anything else, it's going to be something that can be like an additional, add-on boost, opposed to like nothing, like, I don't think that anything outside of yourself can really heal you. Like, you're the one who, a regulated nervous system, learning how to regulate your nervous system and heal from within is the best way to do it. Yeah. And, so yeah, I agree with what you're saying. And like, but having something to boost you and to help you, like even with the psychedelics, that's how I see that, as like the psychedelics don't do any of the healing. They help to open a door to shorten that time period that it takes to be comfortable with being able to explore different perspectives.
Yeah, they like expedite the process.
They expedite the process. And that's the same with this, right? Like you could probably, go out and eat really healthy all the time and sauna and do all these other different, detox methods and get it. But this is going to juice it up. This is going to get you in there a little bit quicker. And, we've learned that to the ancient indigenous tribes learned that so that they could get more efficient at what they needed to do in their jungle.
This is also like, this is the big guns. Like, things that other modalities can't touch, Kambo can get it.
Ah, cool.
It's like, it gets the sticky, icky, thick stuff that's like really hard to reach.
Yeah.
And it just like
the Lyme. Like, have you like,
Yeah.
you know, like, have you cured people from Lyme? Like, what's the, okay, tell me about that.
Kambo has, you know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We're working with you. Mhm.
Yeah. So, Caitlin Thompson's training that I did covered all of these things. So it's like the prep that you need to do, you need to be supporting the immune system in a very specific way. Like, she has a whole protocol. So I share that with people if they are going to do Kambo with me for the intention of treating Lyme. And then I'll share like the anti-inflammatory diet and other ways that they can be taking care of themselves to maximize the work that the Kambo's doing. So,
Cool.
yeah, I've had a couple of people that have had really great success. And I've also had a couple of people who have come once or twice and not followed up again or didn't follow the diet and feel worse because it can cause a Herxheimer reaction. So it can cause like a flare-up or like die-off symptoms.
Right.
And make people feel real yuck.
Yeah. I've heard that too, that like, you know, some people, they carry it with them and they feel worse afterwards for like a, you know, a little bit period of time. Is that just something that happens naturally, or and like something that they just have to get the rest of that stuff out of their body?
Sometimes, yeah. And so that's like an important part of the protocol is a binder, because what you don't get out in the vomit or the bowels during the session is going to be kind of like floating around.
Okay.
Staying hydrated and taking a binder can really help with that.
Is that something you're going to recommend to me?
If you have like autoimmune symptoms or you think you have parasites or something.
Okay.
I had, when I came back from the jungle, I thought something went wrong because I sat with Kambo and I felt like death for like 3 days. And then I actually pooped a parasite.
Wow.
So it was like the die-off symptoms. And I had no idea that that's what was happening.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah.
But that's only happened to me after I came home from the jungle. I was swimming in the rivers.
Right.
Eating wild jungle food.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, yeah. Probably not the case for you. I bet that you'll feel better after.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care either way. I was just asking for people who are, because I know I've just heard like 1 or 2 people on a podcast say, oh, I didn't feel great afterwards and I didn't feel great for a week afterwards, but then I did start to feel better.
Yeah.
You know, so I just wonder, sometimes it's like a delayed reaction for some people.
Yeah. I think I've gotten to a point where I don't question what Kambo's doing. Like, I trust it more than most anything on this planet, you know?
Wow.
I used to like be like, I need to make somebody purge or it's like not working.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel that way anymore. Like, sometimes people don't puke.
Right. The Kambo is doing the work. So you're
doing other things. It doesn't always have to be a vomit to mean that it's working.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Okay. Here I am thinking that maybe I'm going to get away with not vomiting today. I think we're vomiting, folks.
Yeah, you should.
I think we're going to vomit. Yeah, it's the best. Okay. So what's your specific method? Like, what do you do? Like, to, you know, like, obviously we're in this beautiful space that's different because it's not what it's not what Robinson's doing, because he's just having the homies come up to him and giving to him and get in the bush. You know, this is obviously a little bit different. So like, tell me about how you have, you know, brought your belief and your tradition into the practice.
So I just recently made a post about it, and I feel like my sessions with me are part ceremony, part therapy, part cleanse. My teacher would say Kambo should take like an hour start to finish, no excuses. That was the one thing that he told me to improve upon after my training, was like speed up.
Okay, yeah.
And I did, but then I also have slowed it down. Like, my sessions are typically 2 to 3 hours. A lot of it is checking in with you, with the person in front of me, like having some therapy, like, where are you at? What's been going on in your life? What are your intentions today? How's your body feel? You know, all of that stuff is important. So I typically open space like that, like check in. And then at kind of the tail end of that, I'll start to open the ceremony piece and have, like, I'll make the burns and have you drink the water, and then I'll do an opening prayer, and then we'll get into it. And then letting people recover slowly, like not rushing them out of here if they want to lay down for a bit, chill before they go home. People are typically good to go within like the hour. Sometimes people feel like they really need to take a nap. or they're tired, but it's not something where you're not safe to drive or like parent after.
Yeah.
Capable.
Cool. Because I'm gonna, who knows? I got to drive home, and depending on what time we get home, there might be some parenting that goes on in it too. Which is cool because that's what I think about all medicine is it needs to help you integrate into life. And so there are times where you should take yourself out of life and use medicine, but there also should be times where you can try to figure out how to integrate it into your life.
Yeah.
So like why, like I think that, with mushrooms, for instance, like you have microdosing, which you can integrate into your life versus like, you can't take a hero macro dose and go to work.
Right.
So like you gotta figure out how to integrate it into your life and use it. Cause like, that's what we're using it for, right? Is like not to get out of reality. It's to deal with reality better. Yes. That's what this is 100%. And so like, even with this, somebody could, use this experience as getting out of reality because they're doing this, spiritual ceremony, and then they're having this experience where they are feeling good afterwards. And it's like, that's great.
Yeah.
How do we use it to hunt better?
Yeah.
How do we use it to be better parents? Yeah. How do we use it to heal ourselves from, to give ourselves more energy, from, disease state that we've been struggling from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. What, so like this, like, is like, what's all this stuff? Like what's here,
So we have my altar. I have 2 separate altars. This is my personal altar. This comes to any ceremony space that I hold. It holds my prayers. It holds my journeys, my diets that I've done with plants and with Kambo. And then this is my Kambo altar. It's specific to Kambo. It's got all of the tools and things. Something that I don't do that a lot of Western practitioners do is I don't serve Sananga or Hape.
Okay.
As part of the Kambo ceremony. I was trained that way. I believe that that's kind of more of like a Western, like more is better. Like you don't need 3 medicines in one session. Unless you really need it. I'll use Hape if somebody's got a purge that's stuck. Like if they can't get it up, that's like my last resort after I smudge and or rattle and or sing.
Okay. What's happening? Say it again.
Hape.
Hape. I've heard it. What is
Tobacco snuff.
Tobacco snuff. Okay.
Yeah, so blow up your nose.
Whoa.
And it will like hit you like that, but it typically makes people really nauseous, especially in Kambo space. So I don't do that unless I have to.
Hape.
People.
Hutch, you want some Hape? Yeah, baby, giddy up. What do we think?
So there's Hape on my altar.
Okay.
There's water on my altar.
What do you said Hape and what else? That people will use?
I don't know. Hape, I do sound and like smoke.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, Sananga.
Sananga
is the other thing. So it's a very westernized Kambo ceremony to do like Sananga, Hape, Kambo.
What's Sananga?
Sananga is eye drops that's made from a powder that comes from a tree or plants, and it's like really stingy, burny eye drops that are super grounding, but they also have actual physiological benefits.
Have you done them?
Oh yeah, and I love Sananga. I think
you have them. You have some Sananga.
I don't have Sananga. I used to buy it, and then it needs to be refrigerated, and I wasn't serving it enough that I just kept like it would go bad before I would use it. So I haven't bought it in a long time.
Something I'll look out for.
It's definitely worth a try.
I want to put some stuff that
would like it.
Yeah, get some stuff in my eyes that are gonna burn me up.
It's like
only way is through.
Yeah, exactly. It's so that, and it's just like makes you melt into the earth because it's like a really strong amount of pain.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Cool. So tell me more.
Okay. So also I have a shakapa. This is cool. This is a traditional leaf rattle from the Amazon. It's well loved, and we'll lose rattle leaves sometimes, but I made this in my training. So it's from my time there.
It's amazing how well you've kept the stuff from your training, like this notebook.
I know, right?
Like this was like years and years ago.
This is like gold to me. Like this means so much. It's so.
Sorry that I touched it.
No, you can totally touch it. It's got Terrence McKenna on the cover.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Cool.
Candles. I like to bring the elements into ceremony. So the elements are the helpers. The water you're drinking.
Yep.
Have to keep the dots wet when on you. Yeah.
Do you always do it inside?
So I used to do a lot outside.
Okay.
And then I was pregnant. I served until I was like 9.5 months pregnant. Like really, like 2 weeks before I gave birth.
Yeah.
So I stopped taking all my stuff outside because it was like I have to move all this out there. And then we'd be sitting out there and there's like ticks crawling on us while we're trying to get rid of Lyme disease. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Even though it's so beautiful to be like on the earth, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't done as many. I'll do some outside, but yeah, not as much anymore.
Well, I think this is a great situation, you know, for it. It was a great space for it, for sure.
Yeah.
What, like, what's, like, you know, you've kind of already, like, touched on it a little bit, but I'm just, like, what's your role in all of this? Because you've been pretty specific about how you've been separating the Kambo from you. And so, like, what is your role if you're not the one who's helping heal, which I think you are, but
yeah, I am in ways. I'm not like completely removed or uninvolved in it. I have a really deep connection with the Kambo spirit, so I'm calling the Kambo into this space. I'm educated on how to apply it, and I'm also educated around how to hold somebody while they're in it. So that's my job, is like keeping you safe. Also, like, I don't remember if it was before we started recording, but I said sometimes I have to call people out or like work through some ego resistance coming up. Like, that's also my job, is to judge that and to not push people if they say, no, I really don't want another dot. You know, it's like, it's my job to decide if I'm going to push against that or I'm going to say, okay, they really aren't going to take it right now.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That is, you know, that's, I think there's so much like beauty and wonder to that being lost in modern medicine, like the practice of it and the person being intuitively and like knowing, and you know, opposed to just like this is the lab value, this is what's happening, this is the X-ray, this is what we do.
Yeah,
it's so stringent, and it's, you know, it doesn't give people the ability to help people in like a whole body in a situation.
Yeah. I'm also infusing my energy into this space. So it's like you're getting some of my relationship with Kambo in your sit with Kambo today. And you're getting, I need to be able to hold space as like a hollow bone, like not be bringing my own, if say I'm struggling or something, not bringing that to the ceremony. Like, that's part of my job, is to hold that for you and to separate sometimes personal from like my role here.
Yeah, that must be challenging, because it's like people are getting so deep and authentic and connected with you that it's just a natural thing to do. So you have to be like walled off on it and know what it, especially as it's like, you know, we have a good intimate relationship, you know, we like each other, we're friends.
Yeah.
And so like you get me in here and it's like I might start asking you about you and all this stuff, and you're like, no, this is your space. We're here to help you.
Yeah.
Kambo's here to help you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I'm really good at that. Sometimes I'm not. Like, sometimes my best friends come and we end up having a 4-hour Kambo session because we're chatting it up, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's good too, though. That's really good too.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So then, like, what, like, you know, you're going to serve somebody, you know what's going on. You have the altars all set up. It's connected to you. We're connected. What should people expect when they come into it?
So we should have already had some conversations. I at least ask people to read through my website and just let me know that there's not any contraindications or like health concerns. That's a really important piece, is the health screening part of it. That's another reason, or a big way to keep people safe, is I need to know about their body.
There's contraindications.
There are, yeah.
What are they?
There's quite a few that are listed, and then there's also like this wiggle room of like, maybe there is an instance where I would serve somebody that has one of them, you know, depending on if they're healthy in like other ways.
Right.
But there's a lot. The main one is heart disease. So if somebody's on like heavy blood pressure meds or has had like multiple heart surgeries, that's not a good match for Kambo typically.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because it's greatly affecting the heart and can stress it. Like, you shouldn't sit if you've had like an organ transplant in the past year. other major surgeries.
No pregnancy, like you said.
No pregnancy. Pancreatitis is a big one.
Yeah, it makes sense. Decrease in bile production.
Yeah.
Bile disease.
There's one peptide that specifically causes a little bit of inflammation in the pancreas. So if it's already inflamed, then that can be like real bad.
Yep.
Chemo, radiation, blood clots. So people actually, it was a big thing when the COVID vaccine happened and blood clots were a symptom of that, to not sit with Kambo until a certain time after you'd had the vaccine.
Right.
Because a blood clot with increased cardiovascular happenings from the Kambo could just get sent straight out.
Oh, right. Yeah. COVID vaccine. Not a good one. Not a good one, the COVID vaccine. Oh, man.
Pretty much it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, what about like what age? What age do we get started? What age do you get started at this?
So I have served teenagers with parental approval. I have also, one of my favorite sessions I ever had, ceremonies, was grandmother, mother, and daughter.
Well,
And she was in her 80s, this woman. And I was so nervous about serving her. Just because.
she's 80 years old.
Yeah. But she's already sat with Kambo like 6 times.
Yeah, okay.
So I wasn't the first person to serve her. And interestingly, she sat the strongest out of their whole little group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Does that matter?
What?
Sitting strong?
So there's a part of it where I felt like I approached it when I went to the jungle. I had this like a little bit of ego there that was like, I sit strong. Like I sit really strong with Kambo all the time. And then Kambo knocked me out and I passed out for the first time. So I think it matters and it doesn't. Like I tell people to try and sit up during, because that's the best way to like be in physical receiving. But also like laying down is kind of equivalent of like trying to run away from the experience, because you're like just like want to not do anything.
Okay, so how do I gotta do? I guess I can't lay down, guys.
You gotta sit up.
I gotta sit up.
Unless you're completely like can't hold yourself up, you gotta sit up.
But what about like the purging?
There's some stuff.
I like to purge. I like to be over here. I like to purge like this on all fours, you know. But so I'm gonna.
That's the way.
Oh, it is the way.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 main purging positions, and there's just one thing to consider. You want to bring the bucket up to you, or be on all fours into the bucket.
Yep.
And you don't want to stay with your head down the whole time, because frog face is a thing that happens, inflammation. If you're leaning in your bucket the whole time, you're much more likely to get a swollen face. It'll last for like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when people are in their bucket their whole time, it like really amplifies that.
Well, my panel discussion tomorrow, and they're just like, what happened to this guy? Like, get this guy a Benadryl. Like, he's got some serious. Yeah, I wouldn't touch Benadryl. I don't know. No, thanks.
Cannabis products are becoming more popular every day. Whether you're looking for the best night's sleep, trying to mitigate daily stress, or just trying to enjoy some laughter with friends, OG Cannabis is the store for you. OG Cannabis has an unbiased approach that is unique and simple. Unlike the competition, they don't sell their own manufactured products, but instead proudly showcase the best vendors across Maine. A dispensary like no other. Come and visit today at 18 American Way, Elliott, Maine. OG Cannabis. Oh, and don't forget to use my promo code, Dr. BeeWell. See you guys there. Giddy up.
Okay, I love it. I think that's great. So like, you know, is somebody like, what are like the benefits that you've seen from people? And like, this is maybe the question of like, you know, are there scientific benefits, traditional benefits versus belief benefits?
Yeah.
And like, which ones have you seen? Which one are, you know?
The biggest thing, like, it was so interesting because when you came today, we were like, I felt like clarity was a big word that was happening. That's the one thing that I say is like the biggest gift that I see from Kambo is clarity, because it's like, it's removing all of this junk we don't even realize that we're holding on to in our body. And we feel so much lighter and more clear after that. I think that that's like the core of what Kambo can do for us. Increased energy. It's a fertility medicine traditionally, so they use it for hormone regulation, cycle regulation, boosting fertility, like milk production.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So a woman who's postpartum can use it.
Yeah, so there's like the easy and safe answer is no, don't sit with Kambo if you're breastfeeding. And I've come to that with a different approach. I think if I'm holding, because the theory there is that you can pass the toxins through to your baby through the milk, which you will. That's not what I'm saying isn't true. But I think if I am highly toxic in my body, or I'm like having a lot of postpartum symptoms like anxiety or depression or any of these things, that sitting with Kambo and having a potential leak of toxins to my baby is less of a risk than just staying toxic for months, you know?
I wouldn't argue with that. I think that that's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the safe answer is like no. And I have and would sit depending on the circumstances. But what else? For benefits, yeah, increased energy, heightened senses, clarity. People feel like they have like no pain in their, I explain it often as like it feels like you're living with sunglasses on, and then you take them off, like everything just seems hyper clear and beautiful after.
Yeah. Some hyper clearness, take the sunglasses off. Now, like, I've had people tell me that like they've like really been, disconnected and non-embodied. And then just after the experience, they are very much so what you're saying. They're locked in. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's like it regrounds you into your body, your soul, and your purpose, and gives you the energy to be able to follow through with that. Because we live in a world where there's just like, where so much is expected of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can have just the way you hold your body in space can be draining energy, from you. And so like that's, maybe that's something that I'll work through today is like my core. I hold it in a certain way that allows me to use a bunch of energy there to do that. And if I didn't have to use the energy there and I could use that to be a better parent, a better businessman, a better friend, a better community member, like that's where you want that energy expended, not holding my stomach, or not holding my ribs together, like that should just be intuitive, subconscious. I got to get there. Yeah. We're gonna learn today. Dude, I'm excited about this. I am not that nervous. I think that it's gonna go great.
Too.
Yeah. What else do you have to tell us about Kambo before we get into this?
Yeah, let me just make sure. So this is my page. That is what I go through people if it's their first time with me.
Okay.
I take significantly longer with people who haven't sat with me, obviously, because it's like I got to tell you how I serve, what to expect, all these things, like the how-tos of purging.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that you don't want to bend over like this.
So the frog face.
That, and because you're just cramping up your whole digestive.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Making it harder for it to come out.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff like that. I confirm that you haven't had food.
Which I haven't. I haven't had any food today.
Yeah.
And I only had 2 smoothies yesterday.
Yeah.
I tried to keep it, because you told me this, like, so I had to get into it, get that body, don't have anything in your system. Yeah. I want to get some stuff out that's been in there, if anything, not stuff that just food.
Yeah.
The day before.
Yeah. So I'll do the build-up application. I told you about that. I told you before we started recording that you have to drink 2 liters of water in 10 minutes or less.
Okay.
And that's so the water doesn't go from your stomach to your bladder. And that's because the bile is going to be dumping into your stomach, and the water is going to act as it's going to thin that bile, so it's not just like dry heaving and trying to get up thick bile.
Mm.
So diluting what's coming out.
Diluting it so it's not as awful tasting as well.
Still
you have that
tasting like when I see people's buckets, I'm like, imagine what that would look like without 2 liters of water.
Oh, right, exactly.
Like straight sludge.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly straight sludge. Yeah.
I can tell.
Deep yellow sludge.
Yeah, and it's different colors mean different things.
Okay.
Like I can tell what's going on in the body from the from the color of the purge, the cloudiness, the pieces in it, which is another reason that no food is so important. Because it's like if somebody had hibiscus tea in the morning and they purge red, it's like I would obviously be really concerned.
Right.
I use tools, smudge and sound, and water. Told you about the bathroom. Let me know if at any point you're dizzy or anything.
Okay.
People have crawled to the bathroom. I'm one of those people. If you have to crawl, you have to crawl. It's okay.
Okay.
If you go to the bathroom, no locking the door in case I need to get in there. I've also sat in there and held people on the toilet as they've purged from both ends.
Nice.
So I was a professional butt wiper, and nothing like that bothers me.
Love it. Love it.
Don't put your tissues or paper towels into the bucket. They go on the ground.
Okay.
I'll take care of them.
Well, I need tissues, definitely.
Not definitely, but most of the time people will want them, either to wipe your mouth when you're purging, or sometimes mucus will start draining.
Yeah. I was talking about a neti pot beforehand, but I didn't get one in.
So sometimes you'll have swelling that'll feel like you have like a stuffy nose, but it's just the nasal passages have like shrunk a little bit.
Yep.
So also don't blow it too hard.
Okay.
Because people will get a bloody nose if they think it's something to get out and they just keep blowing.
Yep.
So, yeah, we can do placement. Like, I'm open to if you feel called to a spot. I also just recommend the upper arm if you don't feel super called to anywhere. You want to make sure you don't touch the medicine.
Okay.
This is something you cannot get in your mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
I will keep an eye on it. You don't need to worry about if it's falling off or anything like that. Sometimes I can flip the dot and say I burn 4 gates and I have 3 dots on there. I don't want to put a 4th dot, but I can flip the first 3 to give like a little boost.
Yeah.
But not quite a 4th dot.
Okay.
And then I told you about the process like this. It comes to a peak and comes down. On the tail end of that is like the nausea. Then people sometimes get a little dizzy, like lightheaded. That's when the blood pressure drops. You might have some shaking and you might be cold.
Okay.
And then the most important is I give space. So I'm not like somebody that's going to be like touching you with feathers or like trying to get up in your process, but I will be close.
Okay.
I'm here if you need me and if you have any questions, and I'm going to try to be as least interruptive as possible. So my biggest advice to people is to stay with your breath and stay with where you feel the Kambo. Like, notice where it is in your body. It does this really cool thing where it starts in the head and then it drops down like a scan, like it's looking for where it needs to go. And it's wild. It's like you can feel that happening. And sometimes you'll feel it like go to a hand where you broke your finger when you were 6 years old or something. So paying attention to that, instead of getting lost in this, like, I can't believe I did this. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't want to do this anymore. When's it going to be over? That can be easy to fall into because of the discomfort. But like meditation, it's like a practice. So just like keep coming back to like breath and like, where is the Kambo right now? And it's like it is the most intelligent thing I know. And communicative. So it's like you can have like an open dialogue, whether that's internally or you want to talk out loud.
Okay.
It's listening.
Listening.
Yeah.
You ready, Kambo?
Yeah.
You ready? I'm coming.
Yeah. So I think that's it. And then I have people sign a waiver. It's pretty simple. A lot of it was adopted from my teacher, Caitlin. It's like, you're not pregnant, you haven't had organ transplants, you don't think I'm giving medical advice.
Yep.
That kind of
A
thing.
little protection. It's good.
Yeah.
Know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah.
I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You think we're ready? You think we're ready to do a little sit here and to see what Dr. BeeWell's made of?
Yeah, I do think so. I think you're ready. I think you're gonna do great. Seeing if there's anything super important that I didn't cover, but I think I really got most of it. Yeah.
I think that you're incredible to the point where I feel even safer and more comfortable doing this than I did before.
Cool. I'm glad.
Yeah? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, giddy up.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yay.
Yay.
Here we are.
Here we
Just
are.
ready to go. All right, so we have the Kambo stick I showed you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I have put water on it, rehydrated the medicine. You can see it looks like kind of like a booger here. This stick is one of the sticks from my Kambo training in 2021. So it's over 4 years old. It is still highly effective, but the peptides do decrease naturally over time. So I would use like 4 or 5 dots of this stick, where on my newer sticks I would use like 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then this stick has been used halfway. So every time I put water on it, I am diluting the peptides a little bit. So I'm also taking that into consideration.
She's giving me a big dose, is what she's trying to say. Big dose.
It might look like a lot to some people, you know. We're not just putting 5 dots on for fun. It's like older medicine.
Yeah. I have full trust in you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you explaining it to me, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter of you explaining it to me because I'm here for it.
Okay.
And I didn't look it up beforehand to look at how the size of the dots or to do anything. I'm just I trusted you.
So typically when I'm making up the dots, what I do is I ask like how you've been. Do you feel like there's anything you want to share with me that's relevant to your Kambo experience, whether that's how you feel right now, any intentions you might have?
I feel like I'm pretty grounded in it, that I'm ready for it, that I'm ready for, you know, the clarity that it's going to bring, and that's what I'm excited about. You know, we talked about it before, the clarity, and just too, like if I can get more energy, like if I can get more energy to allow me to you know, live my life, you know, better and be more efficient for me and my family, like I want that. You know, I want that. And so, and I you know, as you said, we all have something to detox from. So it's like my you know, my life and what I, you know, who I used to be, and you know, I'm a lot better now, but I'm not perfect. And so I still engage with certain things that definitely bring, you know, detox and, you know, bring toxification into my body. And so that's my intention for today, and just to, you know, deeper connection with you and the work that you do, because I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think it was important for us to just like touch on that, like that. Well, for me personally, like this is about education and sharing about Kambo, but it's also about like your personal experience, because you've been interested in it for a long time. We've been chatting about that, so this is like just as big a deal, you know.
100%. It is a huge deal for me, and I appreciate that you're meeting me there as somebody who's done this with, you know, thousands of people.
Yeah. I feel like it might be hundreds, but it could be thousands of sessions.
Thousands of sessions, that's what I should say, thousands of times.
Because I think about it and I'm like, it sounds like a lot when I say hundreds of sessions, but it's true, because in my training, 22 days in a row, myself and 6 other participants, it's like, that's like 140 or something right there, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of Kambo. So I made up 6 dots. Sometimes I make like an extra one just in case one falls off or something.
Okay.
And I'll use a Tibetan incense to make a superficial burn in your skin.
Okay.
I typically do that before you drink the water.
Okay.
And then I will wipe the top layer of skin off, and that's called opening the gate. That's where I put the Kambo. That is a very important part of learning to serve Kambo, is the depth and pressure on the burn, because I do not want to put Kambo like directly into your bloodstream. We want it to go through the capillaries in like slow entry.
Right.
So the burn, there's a science and an art to that. And
opening the gateways.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's a really cool way to like, it's cool that they figured that out. Like, you know, that we know that IV, like, so you call it bioavailability. And so like bioavailability for a drug that's taken PO by mouth orally is, you know, sometimes can be, you know, 30, 40%.
Yeah.
As when something sublingually where
Yeah.
you put it underneath your tongue, that's going to be 50 to 60%.
Yep.
When it's IV and it goes directly into your bloodstream, it's 100% bioavailable. So that this ancient tradition figured out, like, because they couldn't eat it, right? It makes you really sick if you eat it.
You could die.
You could die if you eat it. Okay, cool. Right. So they've somehow figured that out, that they need to,
Yep.
and they didn't have needles, they didn't have IV, so
Right.
it's like, how do we do this? We burn the skin a little bit and we put a little medicine on.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yep. There's a really cool story there. The Matses traditional story. The medicine man, his whole tribe was sick, and he prayed with ayahuasca, asked for help, like, how can I help my people? And a white figure woman came to him, brought him into the jungle, showed him the Kambo frog, and gave him the instructions on how to give this to his people to save them. So it's kind of similar to like white buffalo calf woman in Native American tradition in the sweat lodge.
Yeah.
It's like a gift from spirit. Like, how else would you know
Yeah, 100%.
to do all this?
Right, yeah, it was 100%. You needed someone who was tapped in to something else, and then they felt it intuitively, and they learned, downloaded.
Yeah. All right, so I have dots made up. My next step is I make marks first, so I'm going to have you take your sweatshirt off.
Okay.
We're going to do, you're all right with left upper arm placement?
Left upper arm placement sounds good to me.
Okay.
Gonna be eating some fresh organic vegetables from Nerdy Turnip Farm after I go through this, because I haven't eaten in 2 days. We love Nerdy Turnip. Giddy up. Okay, actually I can. It doesn't get messy, but we might take it off.
Okay. All right, so the other thing about the burns is I'm an artist, and I like them to look good. And some people are particular about where they're at in terms of like the general public seeing them and asking what that is, or wondering if it's
And then some people come in and record them doing this.
Yeah.
So you can put them wherever. You don't have to be gentle with me.
Okay. So I'm gonna
If that's what you were asking.
No, just like when I worked in the hospital, it's like I came back from the jungle with marks all the way up my arm, and it's like I had to wear long sleeves because I didn't want to have that conversation with 30 nurses.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So some people are more worried about that than others. Can I do that with
Of
the
course.
mic?
Of course.
Okay. Just putting elastic so that you don't have to worry about your sleeve. Hopefully it stays. Okay. And then before I burn you, I'm gonna mark. So it's just the ash, no hot yet.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I'm going where this stick is older. I think I want to burn 5 gates.
Okay.
I might not need all of them. I might not put 5 dots on you. I'll also keep you in the loop of what's happening. Say, like, if your eyes are closed, I'll say I'm putting a 2nd dot on so you know what's happening.
Do people usually close their eyes?
Often, but not always. It seems like it's like a natural instinct. Like people kind of go into like a meditative place. But you don't have to. Sometimes I wonder when people have their eyes closed and they're not breathing deeply. I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's happening there?
Yeah.
So do you have a preference on how I do them, like vertically or horizontally or some sort of...
No, I don't think so. I think just whatever is best.
Okay. I'm going to go like this. Okay.
I see 4. Oh, 5. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to light it. I'm going to burn you.
Okay.
It's not bad. You'll be okay. It's like a quick pinch.
Okay.
And I'll give you a warning right before I do it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Not terrible, right?
Not terrible.
It's a little grounding.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yep, there's my body. And then I use alcohol-based cleaner for all of my tools and my hands throughout. It's Florida water and alcohol.
Well, tell me about Foxfire Healing.
So Foxfire Healing, I have had a lifelong love for foxes. I consider myself to be part fox. And when I was coming up with like an umbrella to put all of my things under, that kept coming up, and I didn't want it to be Firefox like the web browser. So I did Foxfire, and I Googled that, and Foxfire is a bioluminescent fungus that grows out of dead trees.
Oh, cool.
So it's like the phoenix energy. It's like the light that comes from darkness, which is like the growth and beautiful life that I've gotten to get to post heroin addiction, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. Proud of you.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
So it's just no blood, just the very top layer.
The gateway.
Yeah, the gateway, the skin wipes right off.
The old gateway.
And I don't want like any skin or like little frilly skin bits left there, which this tells me that you were hydrated, because sometimes people's skin is really hard to wipe off when they're dehydrated.
I'm going to be honest with you. When people touch my skin, they tell me that I have like the greatest skin of all time.
Really?
When I get massaged or when I get anything, they're like, I can tell you are so well hydrated.
Yeah.
Your skin, it's like, I think it's because I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And probably because I like work out in sauna and all that stuff too.
Yeah. Well, it does tell me that you have a healthy body. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people's skin is really, like the skin doesn't want to come off. I can barely tell if I burnt them. Their skin just doesn't receive the burn as well. So yeah, this looks really good. Just wiping with water to make sure we don't have any of the frillies. And no harm if there is, it's just it heals a little bit weird. Like, see, I don't know if you can see that.
No scarring.
It depends on your skin. So like Josh, my husband, he had Kambo the same year as me. I still have my dots from 2018. You can see all of them. I can't find his from like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because his skin heals much differently than mine.
Okay.
So it depends.
Can I see yours?
Yeah, so I have some in my tattoo. See these? These are from 2018. You can like barely see it.
Yeah.
But then like most of these ones you can see better.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
That's
yeah.
from my training.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So it really depends. I have like 6 there that are really visible. Okay, so we open the gates. Now I am going to invite you to drink this water, and also to have like a little prayer with it, because this is a big, water and Kambo are like this. Like they work together in this ceremony, and Kambo really centers its life around water. Like they live only around still ponds in the jungle. So they work together in nature, and they work together in our bodies. So inviting you to just say a prayer internally or out loud if you want.
Okay.
While you drink it, and I'll smudge around you.
Okay.
And you have 10 minutes to drink both.
Okay. Think we can do that. I think we can do it faster.
Yeah.
Kambo. All right. To the frogs, to the trees, to the water. You know, I'm a water sign, and I'm a Cancer, and I've always felt connected to the water, and so I appreciate that this water is coming into the ceremony with me. I thank this water for coming into the ceremony with me. I like to be fluid like water and move like it, and
and become weightless in it. And so I just have a great relationship with water. It's always protected me, and I've always respected it. And so let's continue to do this dance. Yeah, let's continue to do this dance, water and tree frog. Is it a tree frog?
It is a tree
It's
frog.
a tree frog. Okay.
Giant, monkey, waxy tree frog.
Giant monkey. Why is it called monkey?
It's a giant frog. Like, it's pretty big.
Yeah,
And
okay.
monkey-like in its shape and its behaviors.
Cool. All right, well, to you, water, to Kambo, to Emily, giddy up.
Trying to think if there's anything else things I didn't mention to you yet. Kambo is a dance, like it doesn't do all of it for us.
Okay.
The water helps with the nausea. Sometimes, like, even in the tribes, more so people that have kind of a hard time throwing up will, like, stimulate the gag reflex, like even like stick a finger to, like, open the floodgates. It can kind of wax and wane in the nausea piece, but you don't want to miss the boat either. Like, you don't want to try and resist throwing up. If you feel like you can, you want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not going to do 100% of it for you, typically. Sometimes it will, and you can't even stop it. Sometimes you got to kind of dance and, like, lean into it a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have no problem sticking my finger right down my throat and making it happen if we need to help. But I don't think that will be the case for me, because I've always been good at vomiting.
Yeah.
It's one thing that I've been good at a lot of things, but vomiting is one of them.
Yeah.
But that's how my nervous system regulates.
Yeah.
So when I get nervous or when I do this or whatever, that's the first thing that it wants to do is vomit.
Interestingly, when I gave birth, I think Kambo was the biggest prep that I had in that. And I think because my nervous system was so attuned, I just talked to a sister about this, to throwing up when I got, like, that much pain or that much discomfort, that I just threw up my entire birth with Finn. Because it was like my body's used to doing 5 years of that from Kambo at that point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay. Good job. So I measure the water because we want to be safe with how much water is in your body without peeing or purging.
Okay.
Because you don't want more than 3 liters in your body. That's when you get into, like, hyponatremia.
Yeah, right. Not enough sodium in your body.
Yeah, and that's responsible for some of the Kambo deaths. So that's why I measure the water and keep track of how much you've had before this too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can have water during, say, you purge all of this out and you still have bile coming. I'll tell you to drink more water. You might look at me like, I really don't want to do that, but I'll tell you that it's going to help. So it's not like you can't have more. You did good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah. This is, let me just roll it. Now you might get cold with all the water. That's normal. When I put the medicine on, you'll warm up.
And then we'll get cold again afterwards.
Yeah. And this is just in case.
Okay. How much water is it?
That's a liter. So 2 liters. As close as you can get to 2 liters is
Nice.
best. I've experimented with water levels. There's a approach called the dry method where you don't drink any water.
Yeah.
Not fun,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Way worse.
So painful.
Yeah.
It's just like dry heaving for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Highly appreciate the water. job. Okay. So now I open with a prayer. So I'm going to invite you just to take a moment. Feel this space. Take a deep breath or two. Remember why you're here. Calling upon the Kambo spirit. Calling on you for your lessons and your blessing. For your healing and your clearing. And calling on you to help support Steve in letting go of anything that does not serve his highest good or the highest good of all. I'm also calling upon the power and wisdom of the elements to help transmute and release, help compost anything that is let go of and turn it back into light and beauty. Giving great thanks, big gratitude to my teachers, to Dayon, to Robinson, to Key, and to Otto. Thank you for everything that you've shared with me. Thank you to the Kambo frog, too. Praying that this space remain protected and that Steve can be in direct relationship with the frog today. Thank you. Thank you for your medicine. We trust you and love you. Aho.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. All right. Then I check in. You think you're as ready as you'll ever be?
I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay.
The water did
make you cold.
Make me cold.
Yeah. You'll be warm in like a minute, but there's also blankets here if you want a blanket on your lap. Try and make them nice in the same shape as the burns. Looking pretty good. So, the first dot will be a really nice, slow introduction. You'll feel it quickly, but it's a good time to like bring your intentions into your awareness and just be ready to listen and talk to the frog.
Let's talk to this baby. Talk to this froggy. Kambo.
Kambo. All right. And you can keep me posted if you feel like you need, or you can
Share my experience with you.
Yeah, if you want. If anything feels like it wants to be shared. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one dot, and I'm gonna give it like 2 minutes before I add to it.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the center.
I can definitely feel it in my arm a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's normal too.
Yeah.
There's some burning sensation
Yeah.
there.
The site of administration.
Yeah.
but otherwise I feel good.
Yeah, you're getting red. I can see the heat building a little bit.
Yeah, the heat's starting to build for sure. Definitely getting warmer.
Mm-hmm. So from here, I'm going to move a little bit more quickly.
Okay.
You're going to be great. You're doing good breathing. Sometimes it doesn't speak.
Yeah, I can definitely feel the heat building. It's cool.
Yeah. So this is kind of the harder, uncomfortable part where you're like in the height of the symptoms. And just staying with your breath.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. More heat, a little more sensation on the arm.
Okay, got 3 on. I'm going to probably put the other 2. Maybe make them a little bit smaller. You're doing good.
Oh, starting to get cold again, yeah.
Starting to get cold again. Yeah. Do you want a blanket?
Sure.
I'm gonna put this
Oh. Oh.
You're gonna come back to baseline probably surprisingly quickly from here.
Okay.
You did
I
it.
feel it on my arm
Yeah,
quite a bit.
yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful thing to feel though before you start to like get really like purgative and it starts to like go over the hill. You know, it's nice. It's nice to be able to like breathe into it and
You smiled at one point.
yeah, I'm
I saw
smiling.
that.
Yeah. Oh.
So no rush on the process. You might have a little bit residual nausea.
Okay.
You might not. You might be done.
Oh.
You were
Sweating, dude.
sweating.
I dumped a ton of sweat.
Yeah, it's good.
Too, the tobacco definitely made it, like, definitely brought it out in me more. You know, because I was doing fine until then.
I know. Well, it's multi-purposed. It's to protect you while you're vulnerable, like that. Like while you're in a vulnerable state and releasing, it's a huge protector of your field, and it also is a purgative. So the smell just works with the combo.
Yeah. I definitely feel it in my face. my lips a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it feels tight.
Tight. Mm-hmm.
You didn't get super swollen.
No? That's good. People usually like to shower after this.
Honestly, you sweat a lot. Like, sweating is more of a rare purge. I don't see it as much, but when people sweat purge, they like dump sweat. So yeah. Yeah, and you're welcome to shower.
I'm just thinking because my body's cold,
Oh, yeah.
but I need to just work through that.
Yeah. Well, you might have the shakes too. That is a common thing on the come down.
Mm-hmm.
My teacher taught me that that's a huge release of energy that's just been stored in the body.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. Feels like a shiver kind of shake.
Yeah, that's what I'm in right now.
Yeah. And so I can also put a on your top if you want, because the medicine's off. You got some good stuff out.
I think so. What do you think of the bile? How's it look?
Looks bright. Looks a bit cloudy, which tells me it's old. There's some like heavy mucus in there. Looks good.
Yeah, so it's old, so it needed to be cleared.
Super see-through. Signifies that it's like newer bile, but when it's got this like cloudiness to it, you can tell it's been kind of sitting in there.
Yeah. Well, I feel good. Didn't think it was, thought it might, it's not as challenging as I thought maybe, which is good. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see the benefits of it are, and I do feel better. Like I feel like it, I can breathe and see, but I'm definitely excited to see what an hour from now feels like and tomorrow feels like. And
yeah, you're still in it, so I think we should give you another minute just to be with it, if that feels all right.
Mm-hmm.
BeeWell drops is just like electrolytes in here. If you want.
Oh,
Okay. You got pain?
not pain. I'm just not feeling much better.
No.
I'm still with it, the nausea.
Yeah. So you might have a bit of that. Does it feel like another purge is there, or it's just like kind
No, none of the purge. Just just a little nausea.
Yeah. That's normal after all of that bile was stirred up and you've been fasting to have kind of like a swirly belly.
Mm-hmm. I thought I would purge more.
Yeah. I mean, the most I see is like a half bucket normally. Anybody might have a little bit.
Mm. Ugh.
Steve, I'm going to put a little bit of dragon's blood on your burns, if that's okay. It's like first aid ointment of the jungle.
Okay.
Just helps with the burns.
Yeah, I'm still not feeling great.
No.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I just looked. I put a timer on.
What are we at for a time?
26 minutes since I put it on, so you're still within range, and it is normal to have a little bit of a recovery period. If you feel like some pressure in the head, that's normal. Swelling and swirly belly. You might be surprised by how quickly it turns around. You might feel like you want to rest tonight. You sweat a lot too. It just took a lot out of you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard work. So nothing worrisome. This just takes a minute to dry.
Okay.
You did it. Do you feel like it would be helpful for you to lay? Like rest for a few?
Maybe.
Maybe nice to not have to hold your body up. Move this if you want to put your head in this way. I can move things if you need.
God.
No rush on your process.
Well, I think the process is going to be the process, and it's going to be all good. And I think this was a great experience, and I'm going to fill people in on how I feel and how I feel tomorrow, and do a little segment on that. And appreciate you so much for doing this with me and being here with me. And I'm definitely starting to feel better. So we'll see what kind of clarity this brings. And I thank you so much for doing this with me.
You're so welcome. You did a good job.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
And we're back.
He's back.
I'm back. So after you guys saw me, suffering a little bit there, wasn't sure if I was going to be able to like do this afterwards. So we tried to end the show, but I took a nice warm shower for myself, and now I'm starting to like feel good and really feel good in my body. And like, I always like posturally, that's like, right away I start to like, whenever I do different type of work, that's what usually like comes in right away. And I'm like, oh, I can hold my body differently. I can expend energy differently. And when I was in the shower, that was already starting to happen. So I can't say that I'm 100% sold yet, because I got to figure out what the next couple of days are. But the fact that I was able to have that experience where I didn't think I would be able to do this, but now I am. And I think there's going to be some benefit that come along with it. Some stuff that I'm already starting to feel.
Yeah.
I think we call it giddy up.
Yeah, for sure. Isn't it wild that you can go from feeling like I'm going to need to go to sleep right now for the rest of the night to like this?
Yeah, it's insane. It's like how, because when you're sick, like when you're really sick and you have a flu or something, that's extended, so you think it's going to continue.
Yep.
You don't think you're going to get back to better. Usually with a flu, it's like you go to sleep and then you wake up the next day and you start to feel a little bit better. So like with this, it's like, that's what I was expecting. I was like, oh man, I'm in it. Like Emily did, she did her best, but I think maybe I'm going to be sick here for just a little bit longer than she thinks I'm going to be, and then you kind of just knew, and we're like, oh no, some of them go a little longer. And Then I had that second, comeuppance, which I'm not even sure if we got on camera because I was like feeling so sick, and then just needed to get up, and I had, another throw up, another vomiting purging session, and that one was it. We saw some good stuff in the bile.
Yep.
Yeah.
It got a little bit darker. Saw some green come out on that last one.
Yeah.
Think you're gonna feel really good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, dude, there is the purging benefit to it. Like I do think I'm gonna feel really good, and I think that I'm gonna feel great. And I just thank you so much for doing this with me today. If people want to come and do some Kambo with you, what is the best move for them?
Yeah, so I have a slightly limited availability between my other responsibilities, but I schedule via one-on-one messages. So I need to go through, chat with people, do some health screening, connecting, and then I can shoot over my availability. I'm open for one-on-one or small groups.
Okay, cool. So Foxfire
Healing .org.
Foxfirehealing.org, and all the stuff is there.
All the stuff's there. Foxfire Healing on Instagram. There's a Kambo page on my website that has everything I would want somebody to know before sitting with me.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't look at it, and I'm glad that you brought me through the authentic experience. But everyone else, look at that stuff if you were interested in it.
Yeah.
And not that I didn't look. I've looked at it before, just not before this. But we had so much stuff to go off of, so it was great. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, you're so
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you for the healing. Thank you to the Kambo frog, the Kambo spirit. Thank you to Robinson.
Yeah.
Thank you to Key, to
Dan,
Otto, and the the tribe that
Matses.
the Matses. Thank you guys for teaching Emily and bringing this to us. Like, I think that's a giddy up. Let's keep doing it, guys. Please subscribe the show. This one was a little bit different. This one was a giddy up. We're having some fun with it. We're trying to heal. We're trying to figure out what's good for the body. I'll keep you updated on this one. Follow Emily, get some Kambo, giddy up. We'll see you next time.